So this look is inspired by the look that Rihanna wore on New Year's Eve, and the first thing that we're going to do to get it is priming our eyes, and I'm using the Urban Decay Primer Potion. I'm just going to prime my eyes as I usually do, applying it to my upper and lower lash lines. And then I'm going to apply NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk on both of my lids and blend it out up into my upper brow bone area. So I'm just spreading it all over my eye. And make sure you get it everywhere. Now I'm just zooming you in. And the first thing that we're going to do is apply Creme Brulee from Makeup Geek. This is just basically going to be our transition color, and it's just going to help everything else blend a lot more smoothly. It's also just going to add a little bit of definition into the crease. So I'm just applying that on my crease area with a really fluffy brush from Beige Cosmetics. I'm not really being precise with this, but I am making sure I get it all the way in the inner corner of my crease. And once I have that done, I'm going to take the color Latte, also from Makeup Geek, on a smaller blending brush, and I'm going to apply that more precisely into my crease. Again, this is going to add definition. It's all about really building the shadows here because we kind of want to build up the intensity of that crease. I chose a dark brown warm shade, and you just want to stick with warm colors for this look because Rihanna's eyelids were very, very warm toned, so that's what we're doing. Again, I'm just applying this all into the more direct part of my crease. And now I'm taking Urban Decay's eyeshadow in Sin and applying this to the lid area with a dense shader brush. This actually just came with the palette that I'm taking Sin from. So I'm just making sure I get that all over the lid area, making sure I get it in the inner corner as well. And now I'm taking the shade Cocoa Bear on a blending brush, and that shade's from Makeup Geek. And what I'm going to do is apply this into the outer corner of my eye, and I'm also going to blend it into the crease and put it on the inner corner of my eye as well. So basically what we're doing is leaving kind of the middle of my lid open, but filling up the rest of the lid with the Cocoa Bear shade. It should essentially look like an upside down U in the middle of your eye, and then the rest of your eye should be shaded with that Cocoa Bear color. This is a really, really warm toned, almost orangey reddish brown, so that's the kind of color that you're going to want to use if you don't have Cocoa Bear. And once you do that, you're just going to want to take a blending brush. This is free of product, and you're just going to blend everything out just so everything is smooth and looks nice and blended. Again, like I said, it's all about blending for this look. And now I'm taking the shade Shimma from Makeup Geek as well, and I'm just going to reapply that color into the middle of the lid just to intensify it. And then I'm taking the shade Cosmopolitan and going over top of the Cocoa Bear color, and that's just going to add a little bit more warmth. And I'm taking Polyester Bride and applying that to the middle of the lid, and then Shimma into the inner corners of my eye. Next, I'm lining my eyes using the Walk the Line eyeliner from Hard Candy, and I'm just going to apply a wing to my eye. Sorry, this is kind of out of focus, or not out of focus, but out of frame. I tried getting it in frame the best I could, but my mirror was sort of low. And then I'm taking a Q-tip and makeup remover and just cleaning up the outer portion of my eye where it was kind of messy with shadow. And now I'm taking the highlight shade from the Wet n Wild's Vanity palette and applying that to my brow bone area. Then I'm lining my waterline and my tight line with the NYX Slide On Glide On pencil. And I'm also just going to go over my wing a little bit wherever I see sparse areas. Now I'm taking my Covergirl and Olay Simply Ageless Concealer and applying that to sort of the highlighting points of my face. So we're doing the Kim Kardashian method of highlighting here. So we're going to go into the under eye area in a triangle shape, as well as down the bridge of the nose, on the top of the lip, the chin, and the forehead area. And you're going to want to do this with a concealer that's 1 or 2 shades lighter than your natural skin tone. And then I'm applying a foundation onto my face in the areas where I didn't apply the lighter concealer, and even on the areas where I did just a little bit. And then I'm taking a Real Techniques buffing brush and just buffing out the whole entire face. And this is just going to blend all the concealer and the foundation together, and obviously blend it on my face as well. I made sure that I took my time when doing this because you really want to make sure everything is nicely blended and evenly applied and things like that. So don't be afraid to obviously take your time. Make sure everything is really, really nice and clean. And as you can see, you kind of just get that subtly highlighted face look by doing that method. And I really like using this method as well. Then I'm just taking a beauty blender and just making sure everything is really well blended. And now I'm taking the Maybelline, I think this is the Age Rewind concealer, and it's in a really, really light shade. This is about 2 or 3 shades lighter than my natural skin tone, and I'm applying that underneath my eye area just to add a lot more brightness because Rihanna had a really, really highlighted under eye area, so we want to achieve the same look there. Once I do that, I'm actually going to take a highlighter. This is Benefit's What's Up highlighter, and applying that to my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, top of my lip, forehead, and chin, same place where we did that highlighted concealer. And I'm using a synthetic brush, again, just to blend that out. And this is going to give you that really gorgeous extra highlighted effect. And now I am applying the e.l.f. eyebrow kit in dark to my eyebrows. I'm just doing my eyebrows as usual. I'm not really doing anything extra to them. So I'm just making sure that I get the shape the way I want. This is just my normal shape. I didn't really try to focus too much on how Rihanna's eyebrows looked, just because I find it really hard to change the shape of my eyebrows. I'm just not really too great with doing that, so I just didn't even bother. But I mean, if you want to, you can definitely go ahead and look at the way her eyebrows are shaped and shape yours the way you want. But yeah, so once I do that, I'm just going to run through my eyebrows with a spoolie brush just to make sure everything's well blended and sort of more natural looking, if that makes sense. And then I'm going to apply Creme Brulee underneath my lower lash line area. This is just going to help the eye look more uniform. And I'm also applying Latte or Cocoa, oh no, I'm also applying Cocoa Bear into the outer edge just to darken it up and deepen it up a little bit. Then I am going to apply a little bit of Carmex lip balm to my lips just to prep them for lipstick. And I am taking Wet n Wild's Megalast lipstick in Cherry Picking, which is this really gorgeous pinkish, sort of deep reddish, I don't know, it's just literally gorgeous. I love, love, love this lipstick. I never knew how much I loved it until I actually used it in this look, but it's gorgeous. And I'm applying that to my lips, and then that is basically the completed look. So I really hope you guys like this. Bye!